Authorities say with strong winds persisting and no rain in sight, the unprecedented spring fire disaster is far from over. We have reporters in the worst affected fire zones. George Roberts is in the Granite Belt and Jennifer Huxley is in the Gold Coast hinterland. But first to Stanthorpe, where George Roberts witnessed the fire bear down on the drought-stricken town.
An inferno bearing down on the town of Stanthorpe. Hills ablaze, embers and smoke thick in the air. Up close, firefighters faced the storm head-on, holding it back from destroying the town. Day shows the near miracles they achieved.
Just got home an hour ago and I was quite shocked when I got here. I just couldn't believe how close it was to the house.
It was just a red blaze all the way through there, and I thought it looked like all the houses were gone.
Islands of life in a scorched landscape. Scores of homes and businesses dodged destruction, but some were impossible to save.
I still didn't believe until I actually went up and we saw the place. And then it just hard to sunk.
The people that we've dealt with so far walked out with nothing.
A devastating blow.
This is a person's home. This is where they raise their children, their grandchildren.
Wherever you are in Australia today, I know that you're standing with those who are facing that adversity.
Billowing above vineyards and orchards, and again bearing down on Applethorpe, the fire pushes on, fanned by fierce dry winds.
This widespread dust being kicked up by this wind change as it's traversed across the state, and we've seen visibility reduced quite substantially.
Fearless pilots dive bombing with the scarce water the drought-ravaged region has left.
Yes, we are supplying raw water from Storm King down to fight the fire. And yes, I know that will have an impact.
For now, though, anything is necessary. Desperate measures mean heavy machinery and the biggest water-bombing plane on hand.
What we're seeing is this continued dry air mass, very dry conditions locally, that we'll see these fires continue to be very difficult to contain.
Tonight, it's still a desperate ground battle.
Well, George Roberts joins us now from Applethorpe, where we've heard the fire has intensified this afternoon. Now, George, what is the situation like tonight?
Well, Lexi, it's a bitterly cold night here on the Granite Belt, but that's doing little to comfort the firefighters who are at the front of that blaze. It's still very dry and we have strong, gusting, fierce winds here, which the firefighters say is their biggest battle. That is the thing that is making the challenge the hardest for them as it fans those blazes still. Now, we are on the eastern side of the highway, which is still open, but as you can see behind me, there are spot fires on this side of the highway, which is just metres still from homes here. So the danger is still very real and very present, and as those firefighters keep battling the blazes through tonight, that threat won't go for expected until at least Tuesday and possibly midweek. So Lexi, there still is a very real danger here, and those firefighters have already been fighting for a couple of days without much rest or reprieve.
All right, thanks George for the update.